So today we are going to be focusing on trendy fall makeup. This is like a pretty basic kind of tutorial, especially for me since I do kind of gravitate more towards the like super crazy fun colors. I thought that this would be a little bit easier, more suited to most of my subscribers like everyday kind of makeup style. Plus it's the time of year, and even though we are going to spend a month of our lives working on specifically Halloween content, I thought first it would be fun to kind of dive into some other things that I love so much about this time of year, including sweaters, red lipstick, and like a nice fall vibe kind of eyeshadow. I hope this video is super fun for you guys. It was fun for me to sit here and make. Proud of myself for doing a little bit of something to my hair. Ready for another cup of coffee. I will see you in 5 seconds when my face is naked. We are going to jump back to an oldie but a goodie. This is the neutral side of the RawBeautyKristi palette. When I got it and I did my review, I did say that this was gonna like permeate my fall looks. The truth is that the majority of my fall looks will probably be Halloween. The majority of my normal fall looks, okay? I just think that it's got like the perfect fall colors in it. I love a mustardy yellow. You've got all of these like super rich, warm browns. This coppery brown right here just like does it for me. So today that's what we're going to be using. I'm gonna do your basic AF fall tutorial. Okay. Got my cup of coffee. So the first thing that we're going to do is pull out a handy dandy fluff brush. You guys know, I love a good fluff. I'm already on a real one today. I did go ahead and start this tutorial with my base done. I threw on a Morphe 2, which is like a tinted moisturizer, a little bit of concealer for the under eyes because they needed some help. If you know, you know. I did warm up the face with a little bit of bronzer because I was feeling like I looked a little dead. I'm just gonna pick up that same bronzer color and I'm going to like softly sweep this through our transition and up towards our brow here on the inner corner. So I've mentioned this before, but this is actually one of the tricks that I learned from the beauty artist at work, the training artist at work, where there are a bunch of beauty artists. And I learned things from all of them all the time. But this one comes from our trainer. And I watched him do this in a couple of like class settings. And I just thought it was so beautiful, and it kind of like elongated like this whole shape and like threw everything together. And so since today we're not going to be like the warmest things on earth, but I do want that like rich, warm, like cup of coffee kind of vibe. I probably should have done so with a bronzer that had a little bit less like warmth to it, but you know, I was given the Private Island bronzer from Fenty when I was working at Sephora, and I gotta get through it anyways. So, you know, here we are. Super fun. So now we're gonna go ahead and dip into the RawBeautyKristi palette. I'm gonna be picking up, let's see, what's my favorite fall shade? All of them. I'm gonna dip into Copper Boxes with that same brush that I used. You guys know that I am all about using the same brush whenever I can. I love knocking out a look like wham bam thank you ma'am. Even though this is going to be like a basic like fall look kind of tutorial, I have to add a little bit of my own flair for the dramatic in it just because I want to. So now we are going to give this a little bit more depth here on this outer corner. I'm gonna pick up the color, I'm torn. I'm gonna pick up the color B. And then if I feel like that's not dramatic enough, I'll go to You're Not My Real Dad. So I'm going to be kind of stippling this here in the very outer corner, like so, and then kind of flicking it inwards ever so slightly. We do want it to be rather smoked out. We want the B color to kind of kiss the other two colors that are sitting up here without being like overly dramatic. I do actually think it would behoove me to pick up a smaller brush. So I'm gonna pick up a slightly tapered, fluffy brush as opposed to just that giant monster that I was using on my eyes before, to make sure that that hits that outer corner, gets up a little bit higher. You can also pick up a little bit more of that initial shade, that Copper Boxes, just to make sure that this outer edge buffs out like nothing. So I'm someone who like loves to wear sweaters in general, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been wearing a sweater like to work some days, although it's been getting rather hot. But the other day we had like the most gorgeous blistery day in the 100 Acre Woods, where it was just, the weather was just like perfect. It was like a little bit rainy, but not like terrible. It was like cold, the good kind of like rainy cold where you're like, what is it about fall that everybody is so obsessed with? It's the sweaters for me. It's the hot cups of coffee for me. I really like what's going on here, but I do think that we need to lighten up the inner corners just a hair. So I'm going to be picking up the My Whole Heart color from the palette, which is like this pretty cream kind of color. It's not exactly a flat white, which is good because I'm not going for a flat white.
Although, by the way, the flat white from Starbucks, so delicious.
I can't have dairy, so I have to get mine with a different kind of milk, and I don't drink them often because I really am more so like a black coffee drinker, but I loved making them when I worked at Starbucks, and if I treated myself and actually allowed to have a full cup of coffee,
or a full cup of milk, I guess, because even though it's like foam, it's like a lot more milk than black coffee, obviously.
I'm sure your brain is more awake than mine is because you guys will be seeing this at 1 p.m. today. I'm actually filming it the day that you guys will be seeing this. And that's part of the reason that I got up at 5:30 today, because I have a client. We're doing a trial for her wedding, which is gonna be super fun. She's not like a normal bride. She doesn't want the no makeup kind of look. So I'm actually like, I'm like extra excited because everything she sent me had color in it, and I don't want to give away too many details because, you know, we're just doing the trial. And then, you know, later I'll post like pictures of her actual wedding, but she gives me like fairy vibes. So I'm just taking that white color, and you notice that I'm like really concentrating it right here in the inner corner. Then I'm just kind of like flicking it up and out and into nothingness. I'm gonna use that same little smudge brush, and I'm gonna pick up the Told You color, which is that beautiful like coppery brown, and we are going to smudge, smoke, stipple stamp, poke. I am on one today. And we do want it to kind of like curve up ever so slightly as it kisses all this mess right there. Last week, I was actually very proud of myself. I like pre-filmed several videos, and I was like ready to go, which honestly is the best way to do YouTube. I have found like having like 4 or 5 videos pre-filmed, or like a week or so of videos pre-filmed, is usually that's more realistic, like a week. Sometimes you go to look at your footage and you're like, this is all crap, and you have to delete it last minute, which last night I got home from work, I was looking over the videos that were supposed to go up today and then Friday, and I was like, I can't serve this to the people. It wasn't my favorite work. It wasn't my favorite personality. I mean, like, I don't mind showing you guys my mistakes, but I really felt like neither of those videos had like actual value. And so I decided last night at about like 9:30, I was like, we're not doing this. I'm gonna go wash, brush, tone, cleanse, moisturize. We're getting up at 5:30 and we will start over. So that is why we are up a little bit earlier than normal, though I try to get up around 6 anyways, just because I feel like I'm a more productive human. I'm gonna be taking this pointed brush once again, and we're gonna tap just a hair, like one brush hair, into the Copper Boxes color, and we're gonna hit the very outer skirts of this shape, keeping it nice and rounded. I do have big old bug eyes, and I just quite enjoy emphasizing that. For those of you who are watching this for the actual tutorial, do you prefer when I get like straight to the point and I'm like, all right, let's knock this out, wham bam, thank you ma'am? Or do you like the style that's a little bit like chattier, where we talk about life, love, and the pursuit of happiness? Like, what floats your boat? I'm also going to pick up a little bit of that bronzer, and we are just gonna barely kiss the outsides, but I am using a big old fluffy brush because why not? My analytics have been improving, which is really nice. It's kind of a vote of confidence. It's like, hey, They like you. They really like you. And YouTube is an algorithm, so, you know, the longer that people stay on your videos or the more people who like click on your thumbnail, there's so many little things that go into it, but it all helps with the algorithm. And you know, we have grown as a channel quite a bit. Just over quarantine, like we're at 299 right now, which is so rad because I think when quarantine started, I was under 200. So we are almost at 300. You guys are the bomb. The goal, of course, is to reach 1,000 subscribers. And then, of course, you have to get 4,000 viewing hours in order to be eligible for monetization. So we are on our way. I have the color Trendsetter from Morphe. This is one of the color pencils. And I am going to run that here. And actually, let's fill in our waterline today. Normally I'd worry about this like closing out the eye, but the truth is that we put all this like light and bright right here in the center. If I run this along this lower lash line, but I don't drag it all the way into this inner corner, it'll look very good. Look at that, we look so smoky. I'm also going to be running this shade right here across the tippity top. Ignoring this leftover lash glue from yesterday. Wow, what a disaster. And I threw my hair up because it's just sweltering in here. I feel like we could stand to kick up our bronzer just a bit because I just feel rather washed out today. Don't know what that's about. Not a huge... Never mind. You know, I say strong and wrong, but I do prefer that it's not wrong. I know I didn't do any of the rest of my face on camera, so this is kind of silly, but I just love that. I just like watching it appear on camera. This is the Jaclyn Hill highlighter in the color Amter Bomb. Bomb. These are bomb, okay? You can say whatever you want about like her career, her lipsticks. This highlighter did nothing to me, and I am a huge fan. All right, and so now for the part that I'm the most excited about. I love lipstick, I miss lipstick, so this is gonna be a lipstick look. I'm gonna be picking up that same color pencil from Morphe. These are eye safe, which is why I used it in my eyes, but they also make a great lip liner, okay? And it's $4. So I'm not gonna be able to talk while I do this, but I'll let you guys kind of like watch. Basically what I'm going to do is I am going to overline-ish my lips, and then you'll see the little trick that I do with the liquid lip. My natural lip line is so uneven. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera. It's bad. The like bottom here like dips down further right here in this inner corner, and then these are kind of off center too. But you know, that's what we call character. So I try to like overline this side and not like underline, but hit just on the line here. I don't know why this part is so puffy. It's like I've been stung by a bee every morning, but just there. This lipstick went on sale at work a little while ago. This is the RawBeauty Cosmetics liquid lip stain in the color Rumors, which is like the perfect red for me. I did outline in that chocolatey color because I do want to give it a little bit more depth. I don't want it to be as like vibrant as it is on its own for today's video. In general, yes. So I'm gonna fill that in and see how that's like a super bright, fun, like fall kind of red. I'm actually gonna take a little bit of this and I'm gonna make sure those corners are nice and smoked out. And this is a great tip for those of you who have like a color that you absolutely love, maybe something that you love to wear in the summer but you feel like it's too bright for fall, or you just want to like deepen your lip in general. This is a great way to do that. You just take a chocolatey liner or something deeper than the actual lip that you're trying to wear and you'll smoke it out. And now we're gonna ruin this with another sip because you guys, I'm in desperate need today. So off camera, we threw on the hoops like I said I was going to. Then I looked at my hair and I was like, girl. So we curled just these front two pieces, threw a little bit of dry shampoo into our otherwise disastrous bangs, and then popped our hair back into our favorite little leopard print scrunchie. I've just been super duper obsessed with it. It has been in my hair every single day since I got it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and that you found it useful. Drop a comment down below letting me know anything else you guys would love to see before we hop into Halloween, which, by the way, I think is only 2 uploads away after this. What a stressful thought. So I will see you guys so soon. Love you a whole heck of a lot. Have a very fun, safe, healthy day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.